Hi guys, Dudley here with another game video, where today, welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club Plus, where today, once again, we'll be continuing the good old side stories. Not much more to it, we've done 2 of them so far, Trust and Understanding. The next up seems to involve Natsuki, interestingly, and we'll also be featuring Monika, and those will be the 2 main characters we're dealing with. Anywho, with that in mind, let's just get into it. Respect. Begin side story. As usual, we'll be going through the whole thing, not just part 1, don't worry. Anywho, let's begin. It's been several weeks since the club has officially started. Through their initial setbacks, the 3 club members so far, Monika, Sayori, and Yuri, have increased their collective bond within the club. Sayori has partaken in some of Yuri's high fantasy literature, and all 3 of them, led by Sayori, have taken an interest in poetry. On a day like any other, the 3 find themselves suddenly interrupted by the clubroom door opening. Here we go. And in walks a girl none of them have seen before. Hi. Sayori tugs excitedly on Monika's sleeve. Yuri shifts in her seat and buries her eyes in her book. Are you here for the literature club? Yeah. Yay, that's great. Thanks for stopping by. It's kind of a small club, so it's really exciting seeing new faces. Yeah. Come and sit down somewhere. You can sit at my desk. Sayori prints over to her desk and presses her palms onto it. Oh, and Yuri, can you make some tea? Yuri looks up at Sayori and protests at her having drawn attention to her. Natsuki silently glances between everyone, then sits down next to Sayori. Monika follows by sitting nearby. The sudden gathering prompts Yuri to stand up, deciding that standing in the corner and making tea doesn't sound so bad after all. Okay, so how about we introduce ourselves? Okay. Well, I'm Monika. I'm the one who started the club. I was originally in a debate club, but I really wanted to make something I felt more passionate about, if that makes sense. So I started the literature club as a way for people to express themselves through writing, or reading, or whatever kind of literature. You know, I figured it was your club. You have the vibe. I have what vibe? Oh, you know, like... Never mind. I'm not gonna judge people I just met like that. How very adult-like of you. I always judge people so hard. Oh, no you don't, Sayori. Yes, she does. Everyone disagrees on this matter. Yuri's deep-panned voice carries across the room. Natsuki giggles. I'm Sayori. I just like learning about everyone and making friends. Oh, and I also like poetry. Oh yeah? Very adult-like. I'm loving this already. I'm an adult. Well, this is true. The sound of Yuri's electric kettle steaming fills up the room. Oh, that's Yuri. Sayori lowers her voice. She's kind of shy, but she's also really super smart. She likes big fantasy books and tea, and I love her. Well, I guess that leaves me then. I'm Natsuki. I like listening to music and hanging out downtown and stuff. My favorite ice cream flavor is strawberry. Ooh, let's get ice cream. My favorite flavor is probably cookie dough, or maybe chocolate. It's cookie dough. Wow, Natsuki's a good guesser. And Monika's is probably vanilla. What the heck? I take too many online quizzes. The ice cream ones are always accurate. What's Yuri's favorite? Natsuki shrugs. Probably green tea. I'm just joking. I have no idea for Yuri. Still, it's pretty chill here. Do you just like hang out or do you actually do club stuff? Well, we do club stuff too. It just hasn't been very structured yet, since we have only 3 members, so we kind of just loosely spend our time doing stuff we like. But I keep thinking it's about time we start with, like, some more structured club activities. It's been a while now since I started the club, so yeah. That being said, what kind of literature are you into, Natsuki? Anything you'd like the club to get into? Well I guess I'm... literature. Well, I like manga. Manga? Hey, why'd you say it like that? I want to read manga in the club. Wait, hold on a second. It sounds great. Like, after all I've been doing all this, Yuri returns to the desk with a tray of teacups, which she sets down on an empty desk. After all of the deep and immersive reading I've been doing, I wouldn't mind doing something a little more simple. Manga isn't simple. If you think that, you just don't understand the nuance. Oh, I didn't mean simple like that. Well, anyway, putting manga aside, is there any other kind of literature you're interested in? Well, not really. In that case, have you considered the anime club? Man, you're already turning her away. It's like, are you serious? I'm not gonna join the anime club. It's full of weird guys. Come on, is that big of a deal? Manga is literature, right? I mean, I guess you consider the literal definition of literature, then technically. I get it. Look. Do whatever club activities you want. Can I please just join? I won't bother anyone. If I can just, like, keep a manga collection here and hang out after school, I'll do literally whatever you want me to. That's fine, right? Yeah, I guess there's nothing wrong with that. Oh my god, thank you. You're the best. I have the most of it crammed in my locker, so I'm gonna start getting it, okay? Natsuki stands up. Need some help? Nah, I got it. I don't want you to see my locker. If you say so, but there's no way it's worse than mine. I hope we never find out then. Natsuki exits the club room, leaving everyone in silence, save for the sound of Yuri sipping her tea. I'm such a pushover. Hey, it's not that bad. Natsuki seems like a lot of fun. Maybe, but I mean, she has like no actual interest in literature, you know? And that's normally fine, because she said she would participate in club activities, like it's some sort of obligation. Her tea is going to get cold. Yeah. Wait, that's not related. Well, I think everyone deserves a chance. Especially if it can bring her happiness. Besides, maybe she'll take a liking to literature. Are you sure you don't want to just read her manga, Sayori? Hey, what do you think I am? Sorry, I didn't mean that. I just feel really uneasy about this. Do you have an opinion, Yuri? Not particularly. She said she wasn't going to bother anyone. That includes me, so... Does that mean I bother you? No, you're a pleasure to be around. I was just fishing for a compliment. I know. But still, I really think we should give her a chance. Yeah, alright. But I'm really going to have to start enforcing club activities. I'm willing to cooperate. Suddenly, all three of them hear a thump against the door. What was that? Sari stands up, walks over to the door, and then opens it. Thank you. Carrying 3 boxes of what is presumably manga, Natsuki grunts and wobbles inside before bending over and dropping the stack onto the floor gently as she can. 3 boxes! Evidently, I underestimated how much manga Natsuki has. I thought it was 1 box based off the, scene that you got for doing the poem for Natsuki of the... I just presumed that based off the fact that on the second poem, if you do it for Natsuki, you get a scene where she goes to get a box of manga off the shelf. I just presumed it was just the one. No, there's 3. Evidently, she's just very good at keeping track of her manga. That's quite the collection. Sari giggles in excitement while catching her breath. Natsuki replies, "There's still 4! There's still 1 more box. I can put them away myself. I know how to organize them." Manga anxiously glances between Sayori and Yuri. Is this really okay for the club? Maybe it's what she needs to really kick the club into gear before everyone gets too complacent. It seems like things are finally going to start getting more serious. Jeez. It's a lot of manga. At the next club meeting, Monika is the first to arrive. But ever since Natsuki joined, she feels a lot less relaxed. Why am I so nervous? Monika paces, trying to figure out her feelings. Natsuki said she wasn't going to bother anyone, so why does it feel like the atmosphere has changed so much? Monika thinks. The club door opens, revealing Natsuki carrying a box. Smiling. Monika forces a smile as Natsuki makes her way to the closet. Natsuki forces one in return. Need help? No, I got it. Monica awkwardly tries to start some kind of conversation, but fails. Curious, she peeks into the closet where Natsuki is stashing all her manga. Once still with school supplies, the shelves are now vibrant with bright colors and cute-looking artwork. You know, the top shelf is pretty empty. Maybe we could keep it up there? I can't reach up there! That would be so inconvenient! Yeah, but... Monica sighs. Teachers are going to ask what all this manga is doing here, and I have to tell them it's for the literature club. So? Monica backs up and slumps onto a desk. With this kind of tension, it feels like the relaxed atmosphere accumulated over the past few weeks is being sucked straight out of the room. Good afternoon! Jerry spins into the club room. Oh, I see someone's in a good mood. Yeah, because I have this. Jerry brandishes a cookie wrapped in plastic. I found some money and got a cookie. Ooh, it's so pretty. Jerry trots over to the closet. The colorful shelves catch her eye. Which one do I start with? Well, you can start by giving me a bite of that cookie. No way! I saved up all my luck to find that money. If you want entry into my kingdom, you need to pay the tax, peasant. Boo! Defeated, Yuri unwraps her cookie and breaks off a piece for Natsuki. Then Yuri silently walks into the clubroom. Monica glances at her with pleading eyes. Yuri returns a quick nod of understanding. Well, everyone's here now. Ah, no, I skipped. No! History, help me! Despite the club only having one more person than before, it somehow feels twice as lively. Oh. I actually need to hit return. I thought I could press enter. Okay, so I think we should go over some potential club activities and see which ones we want to do first. We have 4 members now, so it'd be great if we could find some stuff to do as a group. Does that sound good to everyone? I agree. Okay, so I have some ideas of my own, but I want to hear your ideas too. Well, I've been having a lot of fun learning about everyone else's interests. Maybe we can give each person a day to share their favorite kind of literature with everyone else? Well, maybe. Something tells me that... Monica glances at Yuri and Natsuki, who both appear very unwilling to even consider each other's interests. Maybe we can try to come up with something that everyone can enjoy equally? You know, like we all vote on a book to read, or something like that. I think we should all collectively try to expand our interests rather than stick with the things we're familiar with. Why does it feel like I'm being targeted here? Natsuki, didn't you say you would go along with whatever the club wanted to do? Harsh. Just harsh. Well, yeah, but that doesn't make you okay for you to ignore everyone else's preferences. I like Sayori's suggestion. Yeah, me too. Yeah, but... Monica's voice trails off. Although she let Natsuki join the club, Monica finds it incredibly difficult to relent to her demands. If Natsuki doesn't respect the club, why should Monica have to yield to Natsuki's opinion on anything? Natsuki, are you sure you don't have any other interests you could share with the club? I'm sorry I don't mind you keep your manga in here, but I just... Natsuki cuts off Monica by suddenly standing up. Well, it's obvious I'm not wanted here, so I'm just going to leave. I really would have appreciated if you'd been more upfront about it. Okay, you're kind of jumping to conclusions here, but you're free to do whatever you want. Natsuki shoots Monica a quick glare before walking straight out of the room. Oh no. Sari runs after her, leaving Monica and Yuri. For the second time today, Monica slumps down into her desk. Why am I such a jerk? No, she's a jerk. She's just making me feel this way. Monica looks up at Yuri, seeking information. Yuri looks away. She probably just went around looking for the smallest club so she could find one that she doesn't have to participate. How does she expect me to give her respect when she has no respect for the club? Am I wrong, Yuri? I'm not good at these things. Monica sighs. Me neither. I just have no idea what to do. I don't want to hurt anyone, but it feels wrong not to enforce the club vision. You know, like, people should join because they want to express their passion for literature, or at least develop it. So maybe she's not a good fit for the club after all. Monica sits in silence, afraid to accept her tentative conclusion. Yuri looks tense, but she doesn't seem like she wants to add anything. You can. Sorry. You can go back to reading. I know it doesn't concern you. It does. It does? How? Well, I can't comfortably read in an atmosphere where peace has been disrupted. Oh. Well, great. I'm just ruining the whole club then. That's not an accurate conclusion to make. I know, I'm sorry. I'm kind of just voicing my frustration, and I guess guilt. It's like my frustration wants to blame her, but my guilt wants to blame me. Why is it the hardest to rationalize during the times you need it most? I don't think you're being irrational. I think Natsuki is. She has no authority to walk in here and make demands of the club. Your club. Something as ridiculous as manga has no place here. The fact that you're even storing it for her should make her completely indebted to you. Well, you're right, but I don't know. Isn't it kind of harsh to say things like it's ridiculous and it has no place here? Do you not feel the same way? You've been doing everything you can to avoid associating the club with it, so I assumed you felt the same way about it. That's not true. Well, recalling your confrontations to Natsuki, the realization starts to set in. You may be right. I mean, if it was anything besides Monica, would I... Monica! Yes, she's storing Monica in the club room. She is trapped in the closet. Manga! Would I really be acting like this? Maybe I've just been convincing myself that it has nothing to do with the manga. I'm really upset that I would let myself do that. With a sigh, Monica walked over to the closet. She finds herself staring at the colorful shelves. It really wasn't what I had in mind in the club about literature. There shouldn't be anything wrong with that. Monica starts defending her position once again. It's a complicated issue that Monica failed to consider before now. Where's the line even drawn at what's considered literature? Lost in thought, she reaches into one of the larger box sets and pulls out a volume, inspecting it for no particular reason. The cover features 4 girls staring. Yes, Connor, that's definitely what that says. Striking, cute, and exaggerated poses, all dressed in colorful short skirts. Yeah, I mean... Assumed by the absurdity of the cover, Monica opens the book. Oh, that's where we're ending it. Interesting. Right, well, on to part 2, I suppose. Respect continues. I like how each of these stories has a theme, and yet it's still cohesive. Is that the right word? I think so. I hope so. Otherwise I look like an absolute idiot right now. This sucks. Why is Monica such a jerk? She should be grateful that I even joined her stupid club. It's not like she can find any members. Monica's usually really nice. She cares so much about everyone in the club being happy. Yeah, right. Well, she usually does. Yeah, maybe when she's not being so judgmental. So what if I'm into manga? Why can't just one person accept that instead of being so condescending about it? I accept it. I think it's cute. Oh, come on, that's condescending too. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it like that. I just want to support you. Natsuki sighs. I know. Thanks. It just really sucks. Do you want me to talk to Monica? I don't know. It's not like it's gonna change her opinion of me. Like, even if we were to convince her to back off, that wouldn't make me suddenly feel like I'm actually welcome to the club. I should just find another club. Wait, you don't have to do that. We can figure this out, please? I mean, I'm the vice president, or at least I think I am, and I don't want you to leave. Everyone deserves to feel welcome and to be happy, so I want to make that happen for you. I was wondering, what's the reason you decided to join the literature club? Well, Natsuki hesitates. It's kinda dumb. Aw, don't say that. There's no such thing as a dumb reason when everyone is welcome. I wasn't welcome. You were to me. So, don't tell anyone, okay? Especially Monica. I promise. Natsuki sighs. I'm just tired of everyone judging me all the time. I can't enjoy any of the stuff I'm into without people making snotty comments about it. It's not like I care what everyone else thinks, But you know, the signs in the literature club said you can be yourself or whatever. So I decided it was at least worth a shot. That was a lie, apparently. Natsuki dejectedly kicks the toe of her shoe against the wall. Oh, and I like writing too. Really? How come you didn't say that to Monika? Because she was being so judgmental that I didn't want to tell her something she wanted to hear. She didn't deserve that kind of satisfaction. And if she knew that I was into writing, then she would have just be like everyone else and try to push me away from manga in favor of the more mature thing. Two of them remain silent for a while. Natsuki understands that it's out of the question for Natsuki to return to the club room, for today at least. But Natsuki has a reason for wanting to join the club, just like everyone else. It's part of the club vision for her to be welcome. You deserve to express yourself just as much as everyone else does. That's mostly what the club is for. So, I'm going to do everything I can to fix this. I promise. Alright, looks like we're going to get Sayori back in the picture. It's lunchtime the next day. The cafeteria hallways are bustling with students rushing to meet their friends and make the most of their limited break time. Where could she be? Among them is Monika, who always eats her lunch in the classroom, but she has some additional business today. Fearing Natsuki would avoid coming to the club, Monika decided to try to find her during lunch so she could try to make amends. After searching for an extensive time, Monika finally spots her. Despite her short nature, Natsuki's bright hair helps her stand out amongst the crowd. Oh gosh. Suddenly feeling awkward, Monika is afraid to get closer. Natsuki is with some friends whom Monika doesn't recognize, and they're all energetically chatting together. It would be really tactless to just interrupt them. Ooh, new people? What? Oh yeah, did you end up joining that literature club or what? Huh? Of course I joined. Why wouldn't I? I told you you would join. Oh, come on. You know she only joined because you wouldn't stop giving her crap about the anime club. I told you, I never wanted to join that stupid club. Oh, sure. Well, you have to give her some credit for at least making an effort to finally grow past that trash. True. Well, congrats on finally graduating middle school, Natsuki. We're proud of you. Shut up and just let me do my thing. I was just joking. You know we love you. Yeah, once the literature club makes you a famous writer, we'll be the ones who buy your book. What? You're gonna buy her Swahili fanfiction? Well, obviously I want a signed copy. That was like years ago. You don't think I've grown out of it by now? I told you, I was joking. Besides, it's a good reminder of how far you've come since then. Not to mention, you couldn't have done it without us. That gives us a pass to joke about it. I have mixed feelings. They grow up so fast, it brings a tear to my eye. Natsuki suddenly glances in Monika's direction, prompting Monika to quickly turn away and distance herself. What the heck? That was horrible. I should have said something to defend her. Why do I have to be so conflict avoidant? Not that I deserve to say anything. I'm hardly better than them, after the way I treated her. I'm so awful. Why am I not doing anything right? Jeez. After school ends, Monika dejectedly makes... or distractedly? Distractedly. I think that still gives us the same idea. I mean, they mean different things, but I think you generally get the idea. Makes her way to the club room. She finds Yuri already inside, as on her book as usual. Monika picks the desk and slumps into it, something she seems to be doing rather often lately. Yuri, I don't think I could be the club president. I suck at handling anything that doesn't go, like, exactly my way. Yuri looks up from her book. It's like the literature club is a place where you can express yourself, unless it's in a way I don't like. I'm so mad at myself. Especially mad that I didn't have the self-reflection skills to realize what I was doing. So much for maturity. Sorry, I shouldn't be complaining out loud like this. It's just, like, a lot on my mind. No. I enjoy listening. Really? Why? Yuri shrugs. Just makes me feel nice. Oh, okay, well, I guess I'll just continue then. Yuri nods. Yeah. Well, Natsuki has a kind of blunt attitude, you know? Made me feel like she wasn't taking the club seriously. I couldn't even figure out why she wanted to join. I saw a friend standing in the hallway during lunch, and they were just so mean to her. Telling her to grow up and stuff. The literature club would help her grow out of the manga. It just made me so mad, like, just let her enjoy it. It makes her happy. Why are you trying to take that away from her? And then I had a thought. It was when I came to the realization that I was kind of just doing the same thing, just in a roundabout way. I should have made her feel good about being passionate about something, but I just dismissed it. No, I was just trying to avoid acknowledging it at all. I even did that with you, Yuri, when you first joined the club. You did? Yeah, I remember. Fantasy isn't really my thing, so I was trying to dismiss it. Then Sayori jumped in and took over the conversation. I should have reflected on that, but I didn't, because I just let Sayori handle it instead. And now I'm repeating the same mistake, except I really hurt someone this time. Monika shakes her head. I'm so tired of being afraid of things that I'm not comfortable with. It's so stupid. Like, I can picture just how much joy it would bring Natsuki if I let her share her passion a little. I'm so angry that our friends are treating her like that. I'm gonna get them back for it. Get them back? Yeah. I'll get them back by making sure this is the literature club that Natsuki wants, not the one they want. Suddenly, Sayori bursts through the door, making Monika and Yuri jump. With a rare, stern face, he marches over to Monika's desk and sits down next to her. I'm having an intervention! I can do that because I'm the vice president. Is this about Natsuki? Yes! Yeah, I know. I messed up, I'm super sorry. I was just talking to Yuri about it. Really? I was so dismissive of her passion that she felt threatened, and probably just unwelcome. They're the opposite of what the literature club is supposed to be. I really need to make it up to her. Oh. Yay, I did it! Thanks for the intervention, Sayori. I'm glad we're on the same page. Friendship wins again. So, how are you going to make it up to her? I have a plan. Sayori, do you know if Natsuki is coming to the club meeting today? I don't think she is. I see. Monika was afraid of that. Not because of her plan, but because she's facing the consequences of the damage she's inadvertently caused. But the only way to do the right thing is face it head on. It's so easy to just duck away from conflict and wait for it to blow over. But that's not enough. To truly respect someone's feelings after you've hurt them is to face them and admit your wrongdoing. Not the wrongdoing of misimagining the club, but the wrongdoing of disrespecting Natsuki's feelings. Okay, do you think she can come over to the meeting tomorrow? I could do that. Alright, awesome. Yuri, you don't have to worry about anything, but thank you for being my friend. You're a good listener. Fidgeting with her hair, Yuri tries to hide a smile. Well, I guess that's it for today. It's gonna be a pretty quiet club meeting. I'm gonna step out for a bit. Is that okay? Yeah, I'm just gonna read with Yuri. Hey, is this one in Natsuki's book? How come it's out here? Sayori picked up the manga that was resting on the adjacent desk. Oh, that? Natsuki probably just left it out by accident. But I thought she hadn't been coming to the club. Actually, Monika's been... okay, Yuri. I'm sure someone else will be using this classroom then, okay? Monika smiles at them both. Then with a wave, she exits the club room. That's gotta be the most obvious change of subject ever. I swear. I really shouldn't have left that out. If Sayori catches on, she'll definitely tell Natsuki, and that will get really awkward. Now, I wonder if there's a keyboard I could borrow from the music room. The time for the next club meeting has already arrived. Monika and Yuri are the first to arrive. I'm so worried. Do you think Sayori's going to be able to bring Natsuki? Yes. How do you know? Well, she's Sayori. You know, you're right. Time slowly passes. Monika sits, then stands up and paces around, then sits again. Yuri's eyes don't move from her book. Then the door finally opens. Sayori marches inside. Behind her, Natsuki shuffles inside, nervously looking around the room. We're here! Welcome back! Monica, the club president, stands up and greets them with a smile. Sayori picks a desk and takes a seat. Natsuki sits closely next to her. Looking back and forth between the club members, Monica is struck with a nostalgic feeling. She would stand in front of the club room just like this, struggling to picture just who may eventually be sitting before her. But imagination was never enough to predict how unique and diverse each member would be. Even with her own struggles, her own reasons for seeking the vision that Monica had, admittedly, so vaguely advertised. Seeking trust, understanding, respect. What new lessons will the future hold for the Literature Club? Realizing she's getting ahead of herself, Monica takes a deep breath and returns to the present. Okay everyone, Literature Club is starting. I have an activity planned for today. Monica turns around to face the chalkboard. On it, she writes manga in big letters. Today we're going to learn about an expert and unique form of literature, manga. Oh come on! Isn't this kind of forced? Well, you don't actually want to do this, so just... Monica shakes her head. Natsuki. This is the hardest part. After making this far, it'd be so easy to just smile and move on. But that's not enough. Not this time. I'm sorry. It was wrong of me not to take you seriously when you were kind enough to show any interest in my club. I thought about it and realized how biased I was being against manga. It caused me to disrespect you, so I'm sorry. But I think you deserve to be able to share your passion with us. So, can I make it up to you? Well, thanks, but I know you're only doing this because Sayori told you to. That's not true. Monica planned this all by herself. I didn't even get a chance to talk to her. I was witness to it all as well. This is the Literature Club. Literature Club is a place where everyone gets to be themselves. We all have our own interests and our differences. It's my vision to let us freely express that. And it's my goal to respect everyone else for them. So I just want to learn about the things that make you happy. I think you deserve to share that joy as much as everyone else does. Is that okay? Natsuki looks away and hesitates. But it's really dumb. The stuff I'm into. Monica smiles. She kneels in front of Natsuki's desk, looking her straight in the eye. If you like it, then it's not dumb. Oh, except for me. Sayori, you're not dumb either. What the heck? You guys are so weird. Fine, I'll show you some of my manga. Only because you admitted that it's literature after all. Natsuki stands up. Oh yeah, I didn't say this before, but I'm actually into writing too. I'm kind of a pro. But I didn't want you to like me just for that. Wow, really? I really did have you all wrong, Natsuki. Yeah, whatever. Today's not about that anyway, right? It's about manga, so I hope you're ready. Oh, I thought it was over for a moment. A week has passed since Natsuki returned to the Literature Club. Since then, the club activities have been in full swing. Each member has received a day in the spotlight to share all their favorite kinds of literature with each other. As another meeting draws to a close, Monica approaches Natsuki on the way out. Natsuki, are you in a hurry home or anything? Me? Not particularly. Why? Oh, well there was something I wanted to show you, if you had a few minutes. Sure, what is it? It's not in here. Can you follow me to the music room? The music room? Why? Well, you'll see. This is interesting. Oh! Oh! Whole new background! I like it! Music room looks nice. You know, I was thinking back. When the club was just me and Sayori, we would talk about how we envisioned the club to turn out. We cared a lot about it being a place where people could express themselves. She said something strange to me. She said that I was trying to make a club that I needed for myself more than anyone. But I think it wasn't until you joined that I fully understood that. Because you really taught me a lot about myself, like things that I probably was always too stubborn to admit. Oh come on, you can't mean that. You didn't even do anything. I just brought a bunch of manga and then got all fussy when I didn't have my way. It was really stupid of me to make a big deal out of it. No, I honestly needed it. If you didn't express that you were hurt, I never would have realized I did something wrong. Besides, your feelings are valid. They deserve to be heard and respected. It's just really hard to feel that way sometimes. You know, like, I really shouldn't care about what other people think in the first place. But when you're criticized by everyone around you for being a certain way, it can get really hard to brush it off. And it makes me start to feel like I'm the problem. Like I'm not doing enough to please everyone else. Am I being too entitled if I just want people to like me without having to hide a bunch of stuff about myself? I don't think I am. I just wish sometimes people would try to appreciate me for who I actually am. Monica listens. She recalls vividly how Natsuki's friends were treating her, and how naturally they did so. As long as she's been fighting against that, refusing to change for others, I can only wish I was as strong as you are, Natsuki. You're so honest with yourself. It's like always trying to come off as perfect to other people. Anytime there's any hint of contentation, you just crumble. But it's thanks to you that I really started thinking about this stuff. You really inspired me to start working on it. But, well, like I said, I didn't even do anything. You were just being yourself. That's all you needed to do. Also, there's something else. Monica takes a breath. The thing is, I might have read a little bit of your manga. But, what the heck? Why didn't you tell me? I'm sorry, I just felt like kind of embarrassed to admit it after I gave you such a hard time about it. I can't believe you, of all people, were reading manga behind my back. That's so funny. Yeah, well, I just flipped through one of them out of curiosity, but ended up reading the whole bunch of it. But I mean, one of the characters was in a literature club. What are the chances, right? You were reading Parfait Girls? Wow, you have good taste. Just one volume. I kind of just picked it up randomly. Well, you have good intuition then. You have to tell me all your favorite parts. Well, I think it was kind of a weird fate. Because the character isn't just in a literature club, she also plays piano. Ooh, that's interesting. What's all these similarities to Monica? It's kind of weird because I've always wanted to learn piano. It was like the perfect person that I always wish I was. If it just did what I wanted instead of always second-guessing myself. Ooh, CG time. Monica walks over to... Oh! I think this is another CG they advertised, right? Monica walks over to the piano and sits down. Oh, but... I don't think they showed the whole thing at the time, maybe? That, or this is a completely different CG. Either way. I mean, just look at it. That just looks nice, honestly. I don't even know what else to say to that. That's cool. I've always felt like I should only share the absolute best parts of myself. The parts that will impress people or make them like me more. But after you joined the club, I realized how self-destructive that mentality is. We share things because we want to express ourselves. Sharing experiences allows us to share emotions. I just felt like I wanted to show you this, because if it wasn't for you, I never would have started playing. Hey, I think the credit goes to the Parfait Girls, not me. No, maybe it's true the Parfait Girls put the thought in my head, but it was still you who inspired me to keep practicing every day. Every day? Because, you know, you just make me feel like I want to do something. I should just do it. I mean, I still haven't been practicing for very long, and I'm not really any good at it yet, like, at all. But I wrote a song for the club. I worked really, really hard on it. Doesn't have any words or anything, but, well, yeah. Ooh, are we actually going to get to hear it, or is it just going to end? Ooh. Ooh. This also is not a song I recognize. So this is cool. I like it, honestly. Yeah. I don't know what else to say, honestly. I am not the best to say much here. But yeah, it starts flashing back through everything. I mean, look at this. Also, I apologize for talking over the music so much. It's just... I have a moment where I can speak, where there's not text on screen for me to read. But if you want to hear the whole song, again, please check out the game. Link in the description. Whew. Is that it? No, we're still going. But I think it's concluding. I'm not trying to be impatient, I'm just wondering how much there's left. Because I like it. I think that's it. Huh, there we go. That's all. That was so good. It was? Yeah, are you kidding? You're already like a pro. Not even close. Does the song have a name? You said it was about the club, so yeah. I called it my song, Your Note. Because everyone brings something unique to the club. It's completely different from how I first imagined it, I think. It was like I'm such a selfish perfectionist. It shouldn't be about me, it should be about everyone. And it's all you that helped shape the club into what it is. And I would never change that. Well, I think that's really thoughtful. And kind of flattering. Kind of makes me feel like I don't deserve so much validation. I wasn't exactly very patient either when I first joined the club. It makes me feel like I should probably apologize too. I think I was just really fed up with a lot of things, and I got frustrated after not getting my way in the club. So, yeah. I really didn't mean to take it out on you. I was being really immature. If you get my stubborn butt to apologize, I guess you're doing something right. It's fine, I'm past it too. I think we're already even. But it's really sweet that you want to do something about it. It takes a lot of maturity to reflect on that kind of thing. Well, I wonder where I got it from. Oh, never mind. Well, anyway, we're here even as long as you let me keep my manga in the club room. You did admit that it was a form of literature. You totally can't take it back now. You got me. The closet's all yours. I'll tell you what. I'll bring a little something for the club tomorrow. And I want you to do something nice in return. What kind of little something? Oh, you'll see. But I don't think you'll be disappointed. Huh. The next club meeting ends in a particularly tasty one. Oh, cupcakes if I had to guess, right? Whew. Right, so that was respect. Again, you can just see the theme with each of these. Trust, understanding, respect. So it makes me question what balance is going to be about. Reflection I could sort of see. Self-love, once again, could sort of see. But balance just has me curious. Anyway, let's see what's new. Got some new music, pretty self-explanatory. Pictures I'm definitely curious about. So, here we have a picture of Natsuki. It's pretty self-explanatory. Then we have this one. Interesting. Yeah. Oh yeah, we have this one. That's what I was thinking of. Okay, we're all good. And then we have this picture of Monica. Again, very nice. I like it. We got... Oh, this is from last time, right? Yeah. We got some new poems. I'll just show these off quickly. And then we got these as well. All pretty self-explanatory. And then we got this today. Oh yeah. And this, the music room. I like the background, I gotta be honest. Wow. This is great. We have at least one other background. If I had to guess, this is another background that's from the original game. And then these are like the new ones. But hey, who knows? We also have this. Here are Monika and Sayori, drawn by Kei Fumi, who was originally planned to do the official DDLC artwork. In Act 1, try both Sayori and Monika for the weekend before helping Natsuki or Yuri. Oh! Oh yeah! Forgot about that. Here's a, I guess, kind of rough sketch of Sayori with the whole adventurous scene. A sketch of Sayori's second CG, cut out and aligned with the angle of the background because the backgrounds were first rendered in 3D. Some fine adjustments were required to make sure the 2D drawing of the character fit seamlessly into the perspective of the scene. In Act 1, write all 3 poems for Sayori. Whew! And I guess that's all. Alright then, with that in mind, guys, thank you for watching the Daily World. If you enjoyed this episode of Doki Doki Literature Club Plus, don't forget to like, subscribe, and glow button, all the good stuff. I'll see you guys in the next one. Hope you enjoyed. Have a grand day.